Welcome to the channel, friends. So today's video is going to be covering the LUX Pro P711 Programmable Thermostat. And we're going to be going over the settings menu and the configuration settings on this device. I also have other videos covering manual override, factory reset, and lockout, which is the keypad lockout, as well as programming of a 7-day schedule. So please check out those videos. But let's get into the settings menu. On this device, it's very simple. All you have to do is go ahead and put the device in an active state, which I just did by hitting set once, and then I'm going to hold set down for 5 seconds. Now you're going to enter the settings menu. You're going to have 9 options. So when you hit the next button, you're going to cycle through each one of these. And it's as simple as that. Now let's go back into it. Hold it for 5 seconds. All right, so let's go over each one of these. And the bigger number is going to be the function, and then the smaller number is going to be the setting you have, the option that you need to select. So number 1 is going to be your temperature scale. So you have a choice of 1 being Fahrenheit, and then number 2, the smaller number, being Celsius. And then as you progress, we're going to have number 2. Number 2 is the program style. You have 3 options. You have your 5 and 2-day programming, so Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday being separate 2 blocks, how to program. Or you can have a 7-day program, meaning each individual day. That's number 2. And then number 3 is a setting of manual style thermostat. So essentially this turns off the programming aspect of the device and turns it into a simple 2-button manual thermostat, which is nice. Some people might like that. So you have 3 options for number 2. Let's go to the next one, which is number 3. Number 3 is going to be your period quantity. So we have either a selection number 1 or number 2, and number 1 is going to be 4 periods of the day, and number 2 is going to be 2 periods of the day. Very simple. So we have an option of 1 and 2. Next, we have 4. 4 is going to be your maximum heat set temperature limit. All right, so for this one here, you have an option of 90 degrees, 80 degrees, or 70 degrees. So that's going to be your maximum heat set point temperature limit. So that's as high as you can go. So we're going to leave that on 90 just because, I mean, if we want to go as high as 90, that's kind of crazy, but that's what it is. Going on to the next is going to be the opposite of this. So number 5 is going to be the minimum cooling set point limit. So we have 45, 55, 65, 75. You're most likely not going to need to go down to 45, but we'll just leave it at 45. How about that? So it basically allows you to hit these kind of limits and not allow the thermostat to go below those set points. Number 6 is going to be the next one. And that is very simple. It's going to be the system type and equipment type. So number 1 is going to be furnace. And number 2 is going to be heat pump. So depending on what type of system you have, you need to find out if you have a gas or oil furnace or a heat pump system. Okay. Off to the next is number 7, and that's the delay time. So your options are 1 and 2, 1 being 5 minutes and 2 being 2 minutes. Very simple. So that's essentially the delay time until it kicks on your system, whether it's a compressor, a heating or cooling system, whatever. If you have it cycling frequently, cycles per hour, say if you want to like control the amount of cycles per hour, you want to be able to give it some rest in between every time it turns on and off, you would select that 5 minutes to give it more rest. Otherwise, if you want it to cycle more frequently, you could go ahead and select 2 minutes. So the very next one is 8. and that's going to be the temperature swing. Your options are 1, it's going to offer the tightest control, or 2, which is gives you alternate values, and each value as you increase is a 1/4 degree. Okay, so you have your option of 1 through 9, I believe, on this. Yep. And number 9 is going to be your temperature calibration. This is either a negative or a positive, so you can go up to -5 or +5. This is to offset with other thermostats in your home. Most likely people will need to do this, but it will calibrate the sensor to read higher or lower depending on what you set it to. So once we set all these, you can go ahead and hit set twice and you're back to the main menu, your main screen, and there you go. You have your settings menu all dialed in. I also want to show you 2 things in the back that are also important. So we have this jumper here. There's a B and a 0 designation. This has to do with your heat pump, and depending on the mode that you're in, heating or cooling, this activates either a on function or an off function. So depending on the heat pump you're using, it may want to have a different jumper setting. Also, we have another jumper here, this green one that says JP1, and it's for whether you have a electric or gas or oil. So obviously, if you have it a gas or oil, you're going to want to be on the bottom 2 pins, jumping those. If you have an electric system, you're going to be jumping the top 2 pins there. And that there covers those settings. They're kind of manual jumper settings that you may want to, check out and make sure they're configured correctly. But that there is the setup menu and like the configuration of the device. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please check out my other videos on this device and other thermostats I have. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.